Hi everyone! This is Ben. This is Ben.
And this is Ildi.
And you guys know this is the K-pop Academy kind of reactions, and we are like this multi-fandom group that just loves K-pop in general. And as you can see from the title, we are, as usual, we are going in very much in detail, and we are going to review the whole album, whole new album that just came out, the Love Yourself tier. The question is, Ben, first question for you, because you guys know I'm a BTS ARMY fan. Have you listened to previous BTS albums?
Yes.
Ah!
Listened to all of them. Not every song, but pretty much.
Pretty much all of them.
I was really into them back in Danger and Boy in Love days. And then I kind of fell off a bit after that, but I still listen to them just to see what they're doing. It's always interesting to see where they're going.
Yeah, why is this important, guys? Because as probably you noticed, like Ben is very, very much into production, and you saw probably our subtitles that we are developing a new series called Producer Highlights, and we actually filmed a couple of things already, and we were wondering, like, it would be a great, like addition and extra knowledge to involve Ben with this as someone who's basically leading that series, because he's in our group of friends, he's definitely one of the like authorities on this topic. So I was like, I'm recruiting him to help me with this because I was very excited about the new album. So I'm very curious about like what you think. And the first song we are going to listen to, and I kind of like know the lyrics already, but we are going to go into music detail. So let's see how it goes. We have Singularity, and this is the solo song. And the solo song for the comeback. Let's start. Bear in mind, it's all about the music. I'm trying not to be like...
Get ready, all about the music. 3 seconds in. Oh, look at Jimin! Oh.
Come on. I'd love to see this live, you see. It's almost like just actual instruments instead of the electronic ones.
I always struggle with V. Because V's voice, I never know if it's like partly auto-tune or if he just sounds chopped and screwed by default.
No, well, the thing is with V, I think he's still discovering his voice very much.
Yeah.
So in terms of like, there will be a part when it's like he sings very sharp. But then he goes back to this husky. It's almost like, it sounds like a confession, isn't it? This changed, I think, really good.
The change in instrumentation is the most interesting, I think. Because they've gone straight from piano into synth to kind of grow themselves through the song.
That's a really good point. That is a really good point.
It's proper like baby making R&B though, isn't it? Like, where's Sunny when you need him?
Oh come on, the lyrics are not about that.
Yeah, but like, come on, the vibe is like, yeah, girl. you know what I mean.
Oh, come on, I'm turning red, guys.
I've already ruined it, half a song into the album.
No. I think you're right, and this is why it's an interesting contrast, because with this music, you wouldn't have this lyrics. So again, like this kind of, just the polar opposites. I suddenly run to the lake, there's my face in it. What? But there is definitely a lot of passion involved.
Yeah, it's that like slight swing to it and like that slow little skip and beat.
Yeah. It's almost like when you are like just swaying and you're not really almost like losing your balance. I think that the delays really gives you that feeling emotionally that you're not sure where you stand. If there is a very clear rhythm, that gives you a completely different view.
I also find it interesting how as soon as he gets to the chorus, it goes straight to like 80s synth tones. Like these very kind of like, almost like Chicago-esque.
Yeah. He does very good ad-libs in the background. we listened to the album, guys, already, so we know. I actually wanted to have more, like, more harmonies. I'm just a big harmony person. I wanted to have more harmonies.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the end is a bit abrupt. I wanted to have like some, grand thing going on.
Yeah, it just kind of stops.
It just kind of stops, which is not necessarily a problem. We will just continue talking.
It's just that unresolved feeling, though, isn't it? You're like, I just want you to, like...
But isn't that what the song is going for in terms of the lyrics? It's kind of like the continuity with this song. It goes with the concept of like V's character in previous albums, and like how it all played out. It's quite an unfortunate story, I can tell you. Like with I Need You music video, whatever. So it's like, so it definitely has that unresolved feeling. But as a listener, you want to hear more. So maybe that's
the thing.
why.
Is it's almost like an in joke for armies. Because me not being an army, for me that just feels like they just couldn't be bothered to finish the song, which isn't the case.
Which isn't the case, yeah.
To the casual observer, that's what it feels like, which could be a problem. In my opinion, but each their own. It's still a solid song.
I think it's very much a solid song, and like previously there were opportunities when partially or like in some performances. The band members didn't had a chance to perform either their solo song or parts of the introduction song that they did, like even back in the day, Rap Monster, which is like one of my favorite intro songs, I think, for one of the albums, I can't remember, which is like, what am I to you? I do love you crazy, oh do you? Like it's just like, it's very aggressive, telling the person that he's very affectionate for is like, tell me now, what do you actually mean? So like I love that, and he got to perform that on a award show or something. I think it was like a quarterly or like year-end award show. I can't remember, but I would love to see this performed live, because I think it was an interesting addition to kind of the lineup. It's almost like, I think Korean music has a lot of great ballad singers and jazz singers and rock musicians, and I don't feel that they are being represented that much.
They don't really figure in the K-pop sphere usually. But I think that's kind of interesting that R&B's making it so that they actually are. Like, a lot of those talents are coming through now in R&B. People like Crush, people like Dean.
Yeah.
They're coming through. They're very different from your standard K-pop people. Mm-hmm. But they're showing that Korea can do a lot more than just boy bands.
Absolutely. And then and I think they are actually very much inspiring the K-pop artists. So I think it's worked both ways, because
bits of this you could tell were like straight Korean R&B.
Yeah.
You could have seen that in any of those guys' albums easily. And
would you say that there is a different distinguished sound between like Korean R&B, which is obviously influenced by, if we were to say the R&B's roots is in the United States, or like obviously on like Anglo-Saxon world, like would you say that Korean R&B is different?
Well, it's got a very distinctive sound usually. Mm-hmm. It uses very similar chords a lot of the time. Yeah. Like that's why a lot of our Korean R&B can sound kind of similar.
Yeah.
But that's not a bad thing, because it's very good.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing either.
Good.
It's and with this one, I kind of have like that had that fusion jazz thing going on a bit, but definitely like a mixture with Korean R&B. That it has a particular sound. I agree. I agree. Again, like when we listen to a lot of music, and it's almost like I have like a playlist for Korean and Japanese R&B now. I merged it on Spotify for myself. I've not checked out
Japanese R&B yet.
Japanese R&B is, again, it's very, very interesting.
Oh, cool.
It just it's a bit more unexpected, because I'm used to the Korean R&B now. Mm-hmm, but again, the Korean R&B, I would say, it's much softer than for example, just like States R&B. It has. I think it also comes down to the voices, because even with he sometimes sings sharp, but the overall production is very much like just like sneaking in. It's like behind the back, it's whispering in your ear. Yeah. And like Dean has obviously great, like upper register voices, but still he sounds very soothing. Yeah, I would say.
Sometimes he goes a bit more for the hip hoppy stuff though, like in his really early stuff.
Yeah.
Which I had no problem with. Fucking love Dean.
The interesting thing is, again, I'm curious where we will go.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to have like an R&B career.
Originally, I wanted
like if he gets his own album like J-Hope did. That could be kind of interesting.
The inspiration that he usually talks about is very much, like classic R&B or jazz, or like even classical music. Like when there are like live, not live performances, but like, you know, in-depth content on BTS, you often hear like, you know, he's listening to classical music in the background, and usually gives, you know, unusual answers to the lovely American interviewers. And it's like, who is your inspiration? I hope it's...
it better be someone American.
It's better be someone we know. But again, just like, obviously, everybody, they're all influenced by that music. And the interesting thing is that this album is full of very weird influences, but we are going to get to the bottom of where they might come from. So guys, stay tuned and let us know what you thought about the song in excruciating detail, because this is how we roll around here. Okay, see you guys in the next episode.